Well, that shit didn't go according to plan yesterday. We lost to a much better team. That's all I got about that. Congrats to any Chiefs fans watching this. You clearly are, at least right now, a class above us, and we just got our heads handed to us in every way, shape, or form. Offense, defense, coaching. It was all bad. It was all bad, and what are you gonna do? Now, as far as the game goes, I mean, I'll just get this out the way. It was nice seeing Christian McCaffrey out there. First few runs he had, I mean, he was, showing why we traded up for him. Um, didn't see that much more of him as the game went on, which in a way didn't. I mean, I would have liked to have seen him more, but being it's his first game with the 49ers, he's only been with us for a few days. You know, maybe not give him too much on his plate right away, though there's probably nothing he can't handle or whatever. But I mean, maybe ease him in, that kind of thing. So I wasn't really tripping on that. Jimmy Garoppolo. One of the things that pisses me off about Jimmy Garoppolo is I personally feel he's better than what he shows sometimes. I'm not saying he's great. I'm not saying he's elite. Because, I mean, there's times when, early on in the game before he threw that interception, there's times when it looks like he has good command of the offense. Be dink it to your receivers and let them do the work. But again, I'm guessing after this is ninth season in the league, this is who he is. I think that after 9 seasons, if you're having a hard time finding your check down, I don't know if you're ever going to get it together. I hope I'm wrong, but history tells me otherwise. That interception to close to ending the first half. We just recovered a muff punt by the Chiefs. We got momentum on our side. And then the third down play, Jimmy G just gets scared and just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I seen a photo after the game when you had maybe George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, maybe you should, whoever, all those in the picture had the word no. Yet you see Jeff Wilson running a little slant. It says yes. Did Jimmy go the yes way? No way. I mean, playing a team against the Kansas City Chiefs, that was another thing wrong, is that we were just settling for too many damn field goals. Early on, we were moving the ball and we weren't finishing. And you're not going to win a lot of games in the NFL doing that, let alone against a good team like the Kansas City Chiefs. And at this point, I'm not saying a field goal would have been good. And who knows, it probably would have ended up the same way, but momentum's clearly on our side right there. He could have just took the sack. We could have kicked the field goal. We would have had the lead right there. I'm not saying that would have changed the outcome, but that interception basically just gave the Chiefs life, even though they drove down the field and then they missed a field goal to end the first half. But I mean, I can go on and on and on about this, but I mean, we've been dealing with this with Jimmy Garoppolo since day one. I mean, when he has a clear head and he manages the game, it's all good. But once he starts getting shaky, that's when I start worrying. One thing I want to get on is I want to hit on is we got to talk about Kyle Shanahan, because this has been eating at me for quite some while. You know, his first two seasons was basically brick by brick. We're rebuilding. His third year, 2019, we get to the Super Bowl. 2020, we're thinking what we could get back, but obviously injuries derailed our season. 2021, get off to a slow start, finish strong, get to the NFC title game, you know, a little short of the Super Bowl. So this is year number 6 with Shanahan. And I'm not going to go as far as say that he's on the hot seat, but there's just some things that just has me wonder. I mean, not just this season, but, you know, seasons in the past where I thought that maybe in certain situations he got too conservative. But I read an interesting article today. George Kittle had he had a comment, not from this game but from the Falcon game. You know George Kittle, he's the type of guy that's going to praise his players, you know, back everybody up. But he was literally saying something was off. And now, after this game with the Chiefs, Brandon Ayuk, from what I understand, doesn't really say much. I mean, whether it's giving a guy credit or criticizing a player, he's usually a quiet person from what I understand. But I mean, if Ayuk says something, I mean, that tells me something. And his thing was like, we have too many players for us to be stalling like this, whether it be offense, whether it be defense. And I mean, and now Mondays, I mean, we can easily go to the player and you know, like critique the players that go on the field and try to make the plays. That's easy to do. But at some point, when you're seeing certain elements contributing to a loss, whether it be the offense stalling, whether it be the defense being off games or stupid penalties, bad coaching, whatever, eventually you got to look at the head coach's direction. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily a cause for concern yet, but again, we're in year 6 with this. And I just feel like we're at a point where, I don't know, I mean, there's still 10 games left to be played. Maybe we can get over that hump. But right now, for what I'm seeing, I still got questions. I still got questions is if something's got to be done. Something's got to change. And it starts at coaching. I mean, everybody down from the whole organization can step it up and do better. The offense can be more consistent. The defense has looked the former shell of itself the last two games. I don't know what the fuck is up with that. Fred Warner, who's usually on point, last couple of games he's kind of looked off. And I mean, yesterday we gave up 7 to 9 plays of 20 plus more yards. That's not us. That's not this defense. And I know we've been hurt. I know we got a lot of players back, and I don't know if it, and I'm not making excuses. I don't know if it's because like the rush from coming back or whatever, but this is a much better defense than that. We gave up over 500 fucking total yards. I think Mahomes threw for over 400 yards. And I haven't seen that happen with this defense in quite some time. I mean, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, that's who they are. But with this caliber of defense, that shit should not have happened. And it didn't help that whether we're committing stupid penalties, we're turning the ball over, we're getting sacked for safeties. It's a team effort. And Kittle said it best. Pretty much everybody did something or had a hand in that loss. So other than that, I honestly don't know what to tell you other than we got to get better. We got to run the ball better. And hopefully with Christian McCaffrey, he gets more comfortable with the offense. That'll help out. And keep Jimmy G from running the fucking ball. Debo, I haven't really heard much from him the past few games. Maybe he'll make a play here and there. But so far, it seems like he's not having a season that he was having last year. Now, a lot can change. But I'm saying so far it just seems like a quiet season. Defense, you just got to get back to basics and just keep doing what's been working and just try to ride this storm. That's all we can do. I know this is too good of a defense to where it's going to lie down. We're going to figure something out. DeMeco Ryans will figure something out. Fred Warner will get everybody together, try to get everybody on the same page. And then it's just all about going out there and executing shit. That's all there is to it. So, closing other than that, that was a very shitty game. I knew it was going to be a hard one, especially with KC coming off that loss to the Bills. They're not a team that typically loses 2 games in a row. But yeah, we have to come together as a team and figure out what we need to do to get to that next level because, again, one last time, year 6 with this Shanahan thing, and we're not to where we need to be. I'm not asking questions yet, but this shit is creeping in the back of my head. Year 6, and we're not where we need to be yet. Again, I hope I'm wrong. Maybe we catch lightning in the bottle and turn it on and get to where we need to be. But y'all gonna have to show me. That's all there is to it. And on that note, that's it for me. We got the Rams up next, week 8, and then after that, a much needed bye week. That way everybody can rest up, get healthy, and just try to get back on the same page. But before that, we got to worry about the Rams first. So, all right, Nine Empire. I'm still here. Next time. Late.